Okay, I'm coming to you today to discuss some things from my memory and notes that I did at a seminar involving Remy Presas, his family-style Bolo. I went to a seminar offered by Grandmaster Bram Frank from Modern Arnis and Common Sense Street Defense. He just happened to have been trained by Grandmaster in the Filipino art, and I got to see his observations and stuff. So I want to share what I did at the seminar so I can remember. Now I'm just using these Indian clubs to warm up, and what we did at the seminar sometimes involved two weapons, doing what we commonly knew as Sinawali when Grandmaster Remy Presas taught Modern Arnis in the United States. His concepts involved the single Sinawali, which could be two weapons, could also be a single weapon, maybe the single hand, maybe both hands, maybe a hand and a weapon. So the empty hand Sinawali was in motion. The Sinawali was to weave space with two weapons that were identical in length, which could include my hands, or could include two weapons. Therefore, the Sinawali, single Sinawali, involved same side hip and shoulder movement. So when one side moved, the other one moved also. Okay, this is some concepts we covered at the seminar. This is a way I might do Sinawali with footwork. The right foot's my pivot foot at the moment. I can switch. Do left foot, pivot foot, still Sinawali. Single Sinawali. If I had an empty hand, I might do something like this. Single Sinawali. We worked sometimes in the seminar with two weapons, sometimes with one. I mentioned it was the Presas family Bolo. The movements may stay the same, but the weapons can change, and the weapons often will change the type of movement. So if you see the circular arc, this makes more sense maybe with a bladed weapon. You touch, you drag. Something drags on it, you drag on something that's cut. Single Sinawali would help you learn to move your hands and not cut them. So it might be, right, two tools. Cutting weapon, impact weapon. They were used two different ways. This may drag, this may thump. This may thump, this may drag. This may thump, this may drag. Thump, thump, drag, drag. Compare and contrast. But here's single Sinawali with the two types of weapons. Sometimes you're just using one or the other. It can be blended. Now at the seminar we did some things that were geared towards edged versus edged weapon. Edged versus edged weapon. So it was very crucial that the person with the edged weapon didn't chip their blade and damage it. Therefore, they would meet force to force occasionally, but not blade to blade. Therefore, the abanico type motion would be used, a fanning motion, to deflect the incoming shot. This hand would support, and then there would be brush, hold, strike, or block, check, counter. That's when that would continue. I'm going to demonstrate the edged application with these weapons, but the concept of the motions will be the same. The concept will be illustrated with this type of weapon. Martine, could you set that camera down and work with me, please? So now I'm going to use these Indian clubs slow to demonstrate. The Bolo was about as long as the Indian club, maybe longer, because it would stretch from the armpit to about the end of the hand. Okay, such as this weapon. Okay, but if you feed me angle one, right, I'm going to do the fanning. Would be the edge weapon, but still black here. Okay, this here is something. Alright, that's the first thing. So actually, you move up a little bit. If you move any from here. For starters, neutral. When I start, step back. Okay. Step back and shift. I don't even have to move this here. It's not an arm motion. I'm not fly fishing, he said. Start with your weapon here, good up. Attack comes. Small step. Shift. Okay. Once I'm here, I'm not grabbing. No. Here. Here. With the blade. Alright, blade. Alright. Something here. Pull it to here. Alright, let's cut. Out. Come up. Up. Step in the iron bars. Okay. Down over. Okay. In the back. Alright. And maybe I continue. Forehand. Angle 1 is when I step back. Right? Boom. Right? That can be shot. This here can really whip. Alright, catch this. Alright? This can come out. The hooks are on here. Continue to hit. Continue to hit. Continue to hit. There are those among them. This, I wouldn't grab it necessarily, but I just don't want to hear the thump. Okay? Here, strip takeaway. I wouldn't do that with the blade either, but these are in there. Again, I step back. Right, you move in, I step back. So I'm going to learn some stuff where you step on the foot, and then you twist in and you tip them over. You put that between your legs. If you do that, angle 1. If I come out so far with this weapon, I thrust it between the legs, step on the foot, twist, take that. Okay, if I meet this, step back, shift, boom. Hit the hand, hit here, okay? Alright? Some people hit this along the way. Other people step out, like this. This here usually takes the bolo without using a hand. This takes the thumb. This bicep flex, I make a muscle, I squeeze the blade in there. Take it away. You learn to use 2 weapons as well. You learn to hook with 1. Okay? Feed me. If I step with the left foot, okay, maybe I step back, maybe I step out. That's a cut to the neck. Maybe I step back with the left foot. Usually, I feel the force pushing me in the corner. I can't deal with this. So the left foot steps out and I switch. That's the high ride. Okay, from the high ride, we might work the snake, but with the stick, you might do some things you wouldn't with a blade. So instead of letting that touch my arm, I ride, cut, or hit. Come to here, the thumb, inside,